Welcome to Rica Subtest 2 online test preparation course presented by ricatest.com. To begin, let's define what a genre is. A genre is a category of literature that includes folk tales, which are originally told by word of mouth. They have a moral and they teach a lesson. They explain how something came to be. And the characters can be animals or people, and they do often face immense challenge. And many folktales contain the rule of three, where characters and events seem to happen in threes. Examples of folktales include the Pied Piper, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Next, we have modern fantasy. In this genre, stories are often set in the present day or near present day, and they blend realistic aspects with unconventional ones. Examples of modern fantasy picture books include Where the Wild Things Are and Jumanji. Our next genre is high fantasy. Characteristics of high fantasy is that it is a subgenre of fantasy that casts extravagant characters in a massive fictional world that uses extensive detail. Examples of high fantasy include Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Next, we have science fiction. Science fiction typically deals with imaginative and futuristic concepts such as advanced science and technology, space exploration, time travel, parallel universes, and extraterrestrial life. Examples of science fiction include Zeta the Space Girl and Plants vs. Zombies. Contemporary realistic fiction is our next genre, which creates imaginary characters and situations to show our world and our society. Examples include Judy Moody and The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Next, we have historical fiction, and this describes fictionalized stories that are set in the past. This type of book uses authentic and accurate information, as well as actual historical figures and events. Examples of historical fiction include Finding Langston and Birchback House. Next, we have poetry. And within poetry, that includes ballads, which is a poem or song narrating a story in short stanzas. Short stanzas is a group of lines within the poem. And poetry also includes lyrics. So, lyrics are characterized by expressing personal feeling. For example, a sonnet is a type of lyric poetry. And now we have couplet, which is simply a pair of lines in a poem with two successive lines that rhyme and have the same meter. An epic in poetry is a type of poem that is long in length and tells a story, oftentimes about a heroic deed. Now we have sonnet. And a sonnet is a piece of poetry that has 14 lines that includes a prescribed rhyming scheme. A biography is our next genre, which are informational books that are an account of someone's life that were written by someone else. And lastly, we have an autobiography, which is an account of a person's life but written by that person. Teachers need to teach students about how to recognize these major literary genres, and to do so, we can show them the real examples of different genres so that they can get an understanding for each one. Feeling nervous about taking your Rica test? Click the link in the description below, get full access to this Rica test prep course, and start feeling prepared for test day.